All right, so we just got done posing at Gold's in Bridgewater, Zampetti Gold Gym. We're back in my apartment. I'm heating up my food, and I'm also waiting for my buddy Roy Glover. He's the owner of Fit Fuel Direct. He actually owns a food prep company. I've been through a couple different food prep companies this past year. I wasn't really happy with any of them. I've never let anybody do any of my preps before. I always cook my own food. I had this place called Rendazzo's, who I still go to. It's an Italian deli. They cook a lot of my chicken the past couple years because, you know, when you have a little grill or a stove top or even an oven, the bulk of my food in the beginning is a lot of chicken. I get steak obviously, but steak's a lot easier to cook. I don't eat as much steak as I do chicken and fish. So I always picked up my chicken from them. This gentleman Roy, who's the owner of Fit Fuel Direct, I actually was recommended. Jay Cutler, who I'm very close with, thanks Jay, recommended me and gave my number to Roy and told Roy to reach out to me for food prep because Roy's local. He's got an office in New Jersey, and we hooked up, and he's been up prepping all my food. And one thing, I had problems with food prep companies before. I had problems with food not being cooked all the way through. One of the other guys that I knew that was working with another company got sick, and then I had a couple food prep companies that the food, if it's supposed to be 8 ounces, when you're dieting is a huge deal. If it's even in the off season, it's 8 ounces of beef, chicken, fish, whatever it is, whether you're trying to lose weight or gain muscle, those macros need to be on point. And when they're not, it's not like we're an everyday person that just eats whatever we want, or 4 ounces of chicken doesn't matter. When you're dieting, especially, and you have limited macros, you have to make sure that everything's on point. So this guy Roy's awesome. He cooks me all my meals. The only meal I tell him he doesn't have to worry about is my breakfast, because I oatmeal and eggs are very simple. It takes 5 minutes to do. So he brings me all my food. He should be here any minute. He called me, but as you can tell, I really don't do a lot of cooking anymore. Those are the meals on the bottom. I got my fish and my steak, and I mean pretty much everything else I got are just whole eggs for the morning. Let me see here now. Coming. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Hanging in there? That's your food. Nice. Set to go. Always on time. Owner of Fit Fuel Direct, Roy Glover.
What's up, guys?
I've been with him for a couple months now. He's the man. Stops by 2 to 3 times a week with all my food, and have not one bad thing to say about him. He works with myself, Jay Cutler, Victor Martinez, and when he brought me on, one of my close friends, Sean Roden, is one of my really, really good buddies. So I told Roy, me and Sean are kind of like a package deal. Me and Sean don't have any similar sponsors, so we try to do something together. So, Roy heard I was close with Sean, brought Sean on, and he's been sending Sean food as well as me, and it works out great. And not only is he a great chef, he's become a pretty good friend as well. So I'll let him speak a little bit. He brought my food, but I also told him to bring some extra dishes to show you guys. If you want to order food or get in contact with Roy, he'll give you all his information. He's got a crazy array of different food menus on his items. So he's gonna let him discuss exactly what he does, his background, his food options, and who he tailors to. And he doesn't just do bodybuilders. He does just everyday people, soccer moms, dads, people that are just in a rush or just can't get their meals in or cooked. So
So with Guy's food, as you see, we got everything weighed out, everything set forward. This is for about a day and a half. We deliver as many days as we possibly could during the week, especially for all our athletes, especially for all our bodybuilders. So for example, this is Guy's steak meal for the next day. 8 ounces of beef. Always come from grass-fed cows. Like I said, everything is organic. A little bit of greens, and Guy's, for example, he's eating one right now. has some steak with some asparagus.
Banging.
And, you know, we make the athletes happy because your meal prep doesn't always have to taste so bland and so, well, how would you say it? Simple. There you go, simple. But we also make some different things. For example, we have right here some chicken and steak skewers with some basmati rice, a little bit of mixed vegetables. We really put the essence of flavor into everything that we create. And most importantly, it's healthy, fresh, never frozen, and always delivered to your door on time. But thank you guys so much. If you need to reach out to me, our direct line 732-610-7288 and our website www.fitfueldirect.com. Thanks so much, guys. Nationwide deliveries always.
So just 8 I'm putting in my journal, which people bust my chops at, but I have a journal for every show I've done since 2003 when I first started competing. It's kind of narcissistic that I do it. I kind of feel weird without writing it down, but it's not that I have a bad memory. I just like to keep track of everything I do. It keeps me organized. It also helps Chris for my shows. If he has a question about something we did in the past, I have everything written down. You know, he kind of, the reason why I have Chris, or, you know, why people have coaches, it's because the fact that it takes the stress out of their prep. They don't have to think. And with this, Chris does all the thinking. It's just like me taking notes. It's like Chris is the teacher, I'm the student. So I just write everything down. So if Chris, you know, has a question about something we did in the past, which most of the time he remembers, you know, I have my journal. So for New York show, what I'll do is I'll bring my book from when I won Dallas and I did New York last year. I'll bring that prep book with me, and that will be something, that'll be a guide for him to look at if he has a question about whether he wants to do A or B or carb up or eat a burger at a certain point. A lot of times he disregards my book anyway because he feels that things are never really the same. And he says a lot, no. He'll tell you, he'll be like, I want you to eat this. And then he'll go, you know what? No, maybe, no. I'm going to go with my first instinct. That's my gut feeling. I'm going to go with that. He's like, just disregard the second part. Because that's what he does. We call him the mad scientist because he just tells you to do things and you're just like, why? Like, but it makes sense and it works every time. And it doesn't make sense sometimes, but it always works. Everybody he works with comes in peeled, shredded. And the people that don't listen. That's pretty simple. You know, we pay these coaches for a reason, and the reason is to listen to them and to be guided by them. And I hear a lot of guys that work with coaches, and they go, "Oh, well, he wanted me to do this, but I did this instead." Well, why are you paying them to do your prep then if you're not going to listen? You know, if the end result doesn't work out or it fails or you're not in shape, then at least you could say, "I did everything that I had to do to get to the point where he thought I was going to be." And if it doesn't work, then it's a learning experience. But if you half-ass it or tweak it the way you want to, you're never going to know what really works. So I like to keep my journal. It's just a way to track my progress and my pre-contest. So pretty much, I'll give you guys a quick glimpse of my fridge. And this isn't like cribs or anything, but this is pretty simple. This is my nighttime meal. There's just some protein that I put in. I freeze it solid, so I throw it in the microwave after for a couple seconds, heat it up, and I kind of eat it like ice cream. I got some muscle eggs that they sent me. This is all the shit I got for after my show. A bunch of M&Ms, some peanut butter eggs, Cadbury eggs, my Uncrustables. I eat those in the off season before I go to bed. Some Cadbury eggs. Then if you look at my fridge, it's pretty plain because of Roy and Fit Fuel. I got my egg whites, my eggs. This stuff I've been drinking a lot more of. This Bai tea. I used to drink diet soda, but this stuff actually doesn't have any Splenda in it, which I've been trying to get away from. Not for any specific reason. I mean, everything, there's a lot of chemicals out there, that people put in drinks and food, and I'm trying to reduce the amount of chemicals, of artificial sweeteners that I put in my body. So that's one way I'm cutting it back. I'm doing more stuff with stevia and stuff like that. So we also got, these are all my meals. I got some fish meals and my beef meals. I tell Roy not to worry about my rice. I have a rice cooker. Very easy for me to cook rice, but he's adamant that he cooks all my food. He doesn't want me to cook anything. Some extra asparagus. I got a big Italian fan of. If you guys are Italian, you know what Pellegrino is. My broccoli, and then I got my fish oils, my acidophilus, and just I throw a little bit of ketchup on my eggs. This stuff was sent to me by Sean Roden. I got about 5 bottles of them. He sends me every couple months because this stuff, when I'm dieting, they sell at Kroger. There's no Krogers where I live, and I can't find that mustard anywhere, so I make Sean send it to me. And then up here we just got these are my company's products. These are the SARMs. This is GW. This is the Engage, which is the cycle support, which I'm actually taking currently, and the SARMs as well. Oatmeal, some salt, some nuts. This is another one of my sponsors, P28. This is their new caramel turtle. This is the gingerbread, which was out during the holidays. So I hold on to that. This is more of the mustard. I got coconut oil, Pam spray. I got more. These are Tim Tams from Australia. Little post-workout, post-contest. Got some trail mix, homemade trail mix, and some Oreos. A lot of junk for a bodybuilder, but it's just here for after the show. But I'd probably eat maybe a quarter of all the shit I just showed you guys. So this is my living room. I don't have a huge place. I got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. When I moved, I really wasn't thrilled about the places that I was looking at. I really wanted to buy something, but I'm not gonna buy something that I wasn't really thrilled about. So I decided for about a year I'll rent and look and find a place I like. So I don't have a trophy room. So these are some of the trophies I got. This is from my first win, which was Dallas in 2011. This is actually probably my most meaningful trophy. As you can see by the plaque, that's a 2008 NPC Nationals, where I won first and got my pro card. That's probably one of the most meaningful trophies, right behind this one, which was my first pro win. This was third place in 2012 at the Muscle Heat contest it was in the Carolinas, I think. That show was North Carolina. And I got 2 more Europa trophies, first place and third place. Toronto, for the Toronto show, I didn't get a trophy. They didn't give out trophies, so that was my other pro win. But one of my training partners, Rich Vellucci, just stopped by, dropped off his favorite bodybuilder a coffee. So this is my spare bedroom. This is where, if I have to do the treadmill, which I normally don't do, I'm a big fan of the stairs. But there are a lot of times that Chris wants me doing the treadmill. He doesn't want me overdoing my cardio and burning too many calories, so he does have me do the treadmill quite often. Even though the stairs are a lot harder, I prefer the stairs over the treadmill. This thing's more of a pain in the ass than anything. It's just very monotonous and boring. I feel like I'm getting work done when I'm doing cardio. These are some of my old trophies from my NPC days. I got a football trophy in there from, I don't even know, high school, college, I don't remember. But those are all wrapped up. Those are all from all the Metropolitans, all different shows I did, Junior, USAs. These are some plaques from some magazines I was in. So they're still just hanging out here. I own my own clothing company, which is called Quadro. A lot of people think that the nickname has to do with my legs, but actually Quadro in Italian actually means the scene. My buddy Chris LeCompte, I probably should give him royalties because he came up with that name. But I do all my own stuff. My clothing company isn't huge, but I do send out clothing on a daily basis. I do pretty well for having a small clothing company. I have the thermals, which I wear. I always have my sponsor on my clothing, so everything that I have has Centurion Labs on it. On the back, it has my logo, which is me with my pups, or me with Roxy. with a pair of Jordans on. So I have hats, long sleeve hoodies that I like to train in. I have my thermals. I have tank tops and shirts in the works on the way out. But this is, I like to do everything myself. I like it to be personalized. I'm sure it's going to get to a point where it does get a lot bigger. I'm going to have to hire somebody to help me out. But in the meantime, if I can handle it, I like to do it. That keeps me busy, along with working for Centurion Labs. It keeps me busy on a daily basis. And when I'm dieting, it really does help. Back to the design of me with my dog, I have a pair of Jordans on. Why? Because if you turn around, I have a little bit of a shoe problem. I got all my shoes in here. These are all my Jordans. I got retro. I have them in order because I'm a very anal person. So I have 3s, 4s, 5s, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to, I think I have like retro. I don't go past the 14s. I got a lot of foams, foam posits, if anybody familiar with shoes. These are all my Under Armour shoes right here. The ones I like to train in that everybody asks me where to get them, and you can't get them anywhere because they don't make them anymore. They're old. So these are the kicks that I train in. These are ones that aren't worn yet. I have about 5, 6 pairs of them opened. I don't feel a need to have 10 pairs of workout shoes open. And then, I still putsy around on, even though I'm a meathead, I still like to snowboard, and I will hop on my skateboard every now and then. But I just got this 2 years ago. We went snowboarding for New Year's, and I had about a 5-year layoff, and I wanted to keep it up. So I bought a new board, bindings, and the whole nine. And I still putsy around with my skateboard every once in a while. Just because I'm a bodybuilder doesn't mean I'm dead. Doesn't mean I can't enjoy, other things in life besides working out. Of course, hunting and fishing, but I'm a little bit of a adrenaline junkie when it comes to extreme sports, so I like doing that. And I probably won't stop doing it ever. I take it a little easier and don't do a lot of the tricks and take the risks that I used to take when I was younger because obviously I get paid to compete. But that's my spare bedroom. I mean, that's pretty much a quick rundown of my place. I mean, what you saw today is pretty much a typical Sunday for me. Wake up, eat, go pose with Kenny, whether it's in Connecticut or he comes to Jersey. And then, Sunday's my day of rest. I go to church and come back and just kind of relax the rest of the day and just recover because once tomorrow comes, what's tomorrow?
Leg day.
We have leg day on Monday, so I try to rest up as much as possible on Sunday and prepare myself for the upcoming week. So we will see you guys soon, and I will be in Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Pro, and then one more week after that because today we are 2 weeks out from the New York Pro. So I will be in Pittsburgh this following weekend, and then I will be in Teaneck, New Jersey at the Marriott on Mother's Day, May 10th, ready to get that W. Peace.